Hi students, before we started and you got started on today's lesson, I just wanted to explain it a little bit. Hopefully by now you've finished the test questions and are moving to the factors of production sheet. You've done something similar to this already with your pencils, right? You tried to break down what each item belonged where, right? If you were going to make a pencil, what would be some factors of production you would need to make that pencil. But today I want you to think of a different product. I want you to think of M&Ms. So you can find this document in Classroom Now, and today you can choose your own partners to work with, but I only want you to work with one other person. So please stay in groups of two. Or if there's an odd number, obviously one group of three is fine. So the document is in Classroom Now, and as you can see, it's factors of production. Let me move the screen over a little bit here. And it's titled M&Ms Factors of Production. You can also find ingredients in M&Ms. Okay, so that's also listed on Classroom Now. Let's pull the document back up. Okay, as you can see, the document is split into 4 squares. I'd like you to complete this on a piece of paper separate. You don't have to make yours look exactly like this, but what I want you to do is, based on the directions, I want you to list everything that you think that went into the candy from the time someone had the idea of the candy, M&Ms, to the purchaser, probably me, right, bought the candy on the store shelf. And I want you to label which resource or which factor of production it goes under. Obviously here, natural resources, labor. So any job that any person that works for the company that makes M&Ms would have would be listed here. Entrepreneur, it's going to be up to you to decide who that is. And lastly, capital resources. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. You can find some basic information about M&M's candy down here. You can also Google and look into the company a little more. M&M's is owned by a company called Mars, M-A-R-S, so you could look into that a little more if you're interested. The one thing that I want to outline is capital resources. This is the most complicated out of the 4. Capital resource is anything that humans have made that is used to make something else. So in the case of M&Ms, the final product, M&Ms, is not on this box, these 4 boxes. But M&Ms could be on someone else's capital resource. If you had a business where you made trail mix and you sold trail mix, you might have M&Ms listed as a capital resource. But if you're making M&Ms, then your final product is the M&M, right? So this can get complicated too, because final products oftentimes become capital resources. Like computers are meant to be used, but sometimes, obviously, in the business world, computers are used to make other stuff as well. Even like a boss, right, will use their computer to, I don't know, check their email. That's considered a capital resource. So try to list as many as you can, especially in the natural resources, labor, and capital resources squares. When you've completed that, please turn it into the sub with your names on it, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Thank you.